Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi.
What's happening, everybody? Hopefully y'all had a great start to your week here. Shout outs to, y'all see my broke best friend right here. We went on a 4-mile run today. He been hurt, but he be all right. But shout outs to you guys, man. Hopefully, again, you guys having a great start to your week. I appreciate y'all joining me here tonight. We're going to be talking about passive income. Yes, passive income. Some people are getting the wrong definition of that thing called passive income, mainly because most of the stuff that they talk about to me requires you to do some work. And so I don't know how some steps of how to make that happen here tonight. And I will probably focus on the first one here a little bit more, as I don't really like talking. Sound went down. I'm not sure. Oh, I think my sound did go out. Here we go. How about now? Are we back? No. Guess my soundboard's tripping. Well, I gotta restart my soundboard. Let me do this real quick. I see. Is my mic working now? Yes, no, maybe so. I think it's working. I see the volume and stuff going up. So I believe that we're back on. All right. Got to fix that. Make sure I edit that out. Again, we're going to be talking about this passive income, these 3 strategies that you guys can go about utilizing to generate true passive income. I've done it for myself. And you guys are going to be able to utilize these strategies for you too. But again, I'm going to be focusing on the first strategy a little bit more because I believe that is the true, definition of getting this passive income is the first step to it. But I will tell you guys all three here. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button so 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners can find out how to jump on this thing and learn a little bit more about passive income. Don't forget, make sure you put in the chat where it is that you are tuning in from, because you never know who may be tuning in, watching on replay, watching on live that you could possibly network with. So always take an opportunity for that, as well as I am a millionaire. Make sure you're putting in the chat, I am a millionaire, because it all starts with you. If you don't believe that you could be a millionaire, we're never going to get there. If you don't believe that you're going to be a millionaire, here's the other kicker to this. If you don't believe that you're going to be a millionaire, then the odds of us creating passive income is going to be 0 to 0. Passive income and being a millionaire are going to kind of come hand in hand in today's world, right? Like, you need $1 million minimum in today's time to really make a dent in creating this wealth for you. So that should be everybody's target. That's the target that I hopefully get you guys in the mindset to generate. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. This is the first step. Some people may need more than $1 million, which could be a lot of you guys, but I'm pretty sure every one of you all needs $1 million. So that's how, again, we're going to be focusing in here tonight. Now, I do want to ask this question. When I say passive income, like, put in the chat what is your definition to passive income? Because I've heard so many definitions to this thing called passive income. I watch videos constantly on YouTube. And, of course, there's tons and tons of content that people create on the internet from Instagram and stuff that's just all clickbait to me, because every time I watch them, all of the passive income that they talk about requires me to do work. So I don't quite understand everybody's definition to passive income. But for me, if we're talking true passive income, it doesn't need my time to generate any type of revenue, or very, very limited amount of my time to generate revenue, right? Or you say income, some will hold me on that word right there, right? Let's see, you say income that comes without you having to work daily for it. So if I had to put in 6 hours of work a day, or every other day. So if I had to put in 6 hours of work every other day, is that still passive income to you? Just asking, See, this is why I'm glad that I'm asking out loud. You never know what one may or may think. So yeah, if I had to work 2 days out of the week, would that be passive income? 2 days for 4 hours each day. So for a total of 8 hours a week, if I had to put in 8 hours a week, would that be passive income? Because, again, I'm going off the definition. When you said income that comes without having to work daily for it. Which, again, some could see it as, if I only got to put in, I believe it's terminology. Yeah. Absolutely. And I believe that the definition to passive income is always going to go to how the person views it, right? And this is why I'm finding out some more different views. No, passive to me is automated. Oh, I like that one. Now that one I like. I got that one. Let me put that one up. Passive income is automated. Yes. Now we're talking. Can I have something that's automating the income without me doing the work? That sounds pretty passive to me. All right, so I'll take that one. It's a good one. Now, the 3 ways of doing passive income, the first way that you guys are going to get here The very first one is to create a business that the processes and procedures are automated. That's the first one. Can you create some type of business that you could pass off to somebody else? Can they follow your directions? Can the system process things that no longer need you to be involved? Maybe you just oversee it. But now all of a sudden, you have something that is generating tons of revenue and no longer needs you involved. That's exactly what you guys should be focusing on. Those of you that have a job, that don't mean that you can't create a business. Some may call it a side hustle. I'm going to call it a business. And the reason I'm going to call it a business is because we got to stop using the term side hustle, because then you may assume that you aren't a business and then you don't do business things. Like your taxes. Like taking advantage of all of the opportunities with running a business, filing your books correctly, and getting your taxes done right. Man, you'll probably get more money back than if you were just running a side hustle that you just assumed I was just making a couple extra dollars and, I ain't really need to report none of that stuff. No, we're going to run a business, but not any type of business. A business that we can automate. So if you were running a plumbing business, you may be saying, well, Travis, I can't automate a plumbing business. That's where you're wrong. You can't automate a plumbing business if you were the plumber. But if you understand the aspects of a plumbing business, you need to automate the process to get it to the plumber. You can automate every single step of that process, to the sale, to letting the plumber know that they got an opportunity, to tracking the plumber, to the plumber completing the task, and you following up with the customer. It can all be automated. Every single business out here needs sales and marketing. That is the key to every business. I've never seen a business survive without sales and marketing. I've seen a lot of side hustles created, but they don't survive because they're side hustles and they're not businesses that are investing in sales and marketing. So once you get that understanding and you remove your emotions of your hands doing all the work, you being the first creator of doing X, Y, and Z. I want to be the person that builds blah, blah, blah. Look, when you tell me that you want to be the first person to do blah, 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 to me, you just telling me you about to create a bunch of work for yourself that probably ain't going to make it. It ain't going to make it because it's going to take too much work. But instead, guys, if you start automating things that already work, sales and marketing, you go to a business that's already up and running and you realize they just need a little bit better sales and marketing involved, or they just need to bring in a system to automate processes that can eliminate some employees, or, save time in the manufacturing or delivery that generates more revenue. Well, now you're starting to talk. We want to get businesses that are automated. We can create the automation in businesses that aren't. But once you complete that task, then and only then do you have passive income in that first bucket right there. Any other way, it's not passive. So I've heard it. My hairdressers, my nail techs, my cybersecurity people who have created their own cybersecurity company, they keep forgetting, because they created their own cybersecurity company, they keep thinking about I all the time. And now they watch the YouTube video that they could, make $290,000 a year, $300,000 a year by starting their own cybersecurity contracting company and go get their own cyber contract. They get the cyber contract, but they forgot that they submitted the bid for them to go to work. Well, that doesn't sound too passive to me. Sounds like you got to go to work. You just get paid more money for going to work. That's all. And I used to be like that when I first got started. I was so greedy. I wanted all the money. But I forgot time. Time is more valuable than money. So if you're taking all your time to generate money, that's not passive, according to the definitions that I've seen here. We need to make sure things are passive. So I'm telling you right now, you starting your business, you running your business, you should be documenting your processes and procedures so you can automate it, so you can pass it off to somebody else to watch over, to manage, to operate, so you can get your time back. And now you got passive income. It takes work, though. I'm not telling you that you're just going to create that passive business overnight. I told you got to document the processes and procedures of what works already, which means that you're going to have to do the work to prove that it does work. Then we document the processes and procedures. We build out the automation, and then and only then do we pass it off to somebody else. Nobody else can build your business but you. People can assist you with building your business, but you must complete the mission. And once you complete the mission, then and only then do you pass it off. And now we got passive income. But here's the kicker. And the reason why I said I'm going to stress to you guys number one, because to me, in order to get to number two and number three, we got to get number one working right first. If we don't get that business cash flowing, it messes up the operation of everything else, because we're going to have to end up robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere. We got to figure out a way to generate a lot of revenue and revenue fast. Not 20 years from now, not 15 years from now. I may die in 15 years. I hope YouTube don't ping me for saying that. But I may not make it 15 years. So I can't wait 15 years to generate no type of revenue. We need to make it happen like today. Now, once you guys generate that type of revenue, here comes the second stream of passive income. It's real estate. We cannot hold the money, guys. Here's one thing about the American system. If you hoard money, they'll take it from you. That's not how the ecosystem was created in America. I know everybody has this mindset that, I want to make $1 million and I want to have it come in, and then I just want to sit it right there. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you make $1 million and you sit it right there, the I to R and the S is coming for that $1 million. Because you're not doing what they asked you to do with the money that you were able to generate. It's not yours. Some of it is, but I want all of it to be. In order for all of your money to be yours, because we got this passive income thing flowing, we want to make sure we keep our passive income so we can live our life. What we got to do what the economy is asking us to do. The first thing it asks us to do is figure out how to generate more money on your own. Not work for somebody else. But if you figure out how to generate more revenue on your own, you can still work for somebody else too. But create that other business, generate money on your own, and then do what I want you to do with the money. The first thing that they want you to do with your money is budget. Figure out how much does it cost for you to survive. That's called your own salary, because we're going to pay yourself a salary. Is it $60,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $70,000 a year? How much does it cost to live your current life? Because that's how much we need to pay ourselves. Everything else after that needs to leave our bank account. It needs to leave our wallet. Well, let me not say everything else after that. You need to have your emergency fund. Okay. But again, I'm trying to create you guys passive income here. So we need to have our emergency fund. And then everything after that needs to leave our pocket. If not, we're going to pay taxes on it. But if you allow it to leave your pocket and go into real estate, oh man, it opens up Pandora's box. So I can now make $1 million. It only costs me $80,000 to live my life. I'm going to pay my W-2 taxes on $80,000. Matter of fact, we're just going to say $100,000 to make the numbers easy. All right, so I'm going to pay my W-2 taxes on $100,000. I'm going to take the other $900,000 and get rid of it because I don't need it. Unless I needed like another $50,000 to keep my business operations running. So I may keep another 50,000 or 100,000 to the side. Everything else after that, I'm getting rid of it. The first thing you're looking into is real estate. Why? Real estate is the safest investment that you could go into. The risk is low. The return ain't as high, but it could be. You can work it out certain ways. But for the majority part, you're going to get your return on investment with real estate if done correctly. Now, you may have some hurdles. It may hurt a little bit. But the reason this real estate is so important is because of taxes. The depreciation that we could write off. You could create, like, by you being full-time involved with real estate, it unlocks another tax loophole. There's so many tax incentives that you get when getting involved with real estate. But here's the beauty. You take that money, you put it over in the real estate so it can hold your money. So imagine this. I got to put, let's say, again, I wouldn't put all 900,000, but we're just going to keep it like this. So I'll take $900,000. How much do I need to put down on a property? Real estate comes in all shapes and forms. It's single family houses. You got townhouses. You got condos. You got commercial real estate. You got restaurants. You got shopping malls. I mean, it's tons of real estate that you can figure out which lane that you want to get involved in. Once you figure out the lane that you want to get involved in, you're not going to put all 900,000 into one piece of real estate. Instead, you start to understand real estate. I need to put 20% down. So if I got 900,000, what is the best way for me to work this 900,000 out that I could get multiple real estate investments? In case one goes bad, the other 6 can make up for that. But hopefully all 7 of them go good. You hold the real estate. You don't do no fix and flip type stuff. That's a business if you get involved in fix and flips. You're running a business of fix and flips. I'm talking about creating passive income so we're generating the wealth. We already created the business that's creating the money. I told you that's step 1. So if you wanted to get into the real estate business, well, that could be your step 1. But right now we're talking about creating passive income. So I need you to have real estate that you're going to hold. The reason I can't have you fix and flip that real estate to sell, because when you sell that real estate, we come right back to square one. We got a tax problem all over again because you've now sold that property and now we got money sitting in our pocket, and the ecosystem told us we can't hoard money. If we hoard money, the I, the R, and the S is coming for it. So I can't fix and flip. I need to hold. So if I could take 900,000, get 10 properties. Don't quote my percentages on this because I'm talking live. I can't write the math down, right? All right. So I take the 900,000. I get 10 properties. They ask for 20% down on each property. I divvy out the $900,000 so I can get those 10 properties with 20% down on each property. My money's gone. It's out of my pocket. It's now stored in real estate that cost me $900,000 to obtain, but after repair value, I got $1.4 million. The value of the properties are $1.4 million. So I just took $900,000, I turned it into $1.4 million, but I don't have it. It's sitting in the real estate that's now cash flowing back to me every month. Whether you chose to rent out single family houses, whether you chose to get the commercial properties with the apartment buildings, whether you wanted to get the property that got the restaurant in it that's paying you lease, however you decided to do your real estate, the overall value is being held in the property. And now I'm only making $100,000 back every year. And again, I'm just throwing numbers out there. Don't quote me on the numbers or whatnot. I'm now making $100,000 on the $1.4 million every year. Instead of trying to figure out how to get rid of $100,000, I now got $100,000 that I need to get rid of. I could go buy more real estate, or I could go to number 3. Number 3 of the passive income is the stock market, Bitcoin, gold, silver, currency. Because the government gives me other breaks again when I start investing that money into there. This is the point that we want to get to. When we have all of these lined up correctly, we now have true passive income where our money is making money for us. And now we get all the tax incentives. You get taxed the worst when you have to make the money with your hands. That was at the beginning that we built out here. We took the money that we made with our hands and we got rid of it. We got rid of it and put it into the ecosystem that you asked us to do. And then the ecosystem returned us money passively. And now you may be saying, well, Travis, I'm going to get taxed now. Well, yeah. But nowhere near the rate that you was going to get taxed before. And here comes the other kicker. If you now take that money that you're putting into that stock, into that cryptocurrency, and you look at it as a retirement account, not something that you're going to touch right now, eventually you can close up shop to number 1. You can close up shop to number 2. And now money is just making money for the rest of your life. When you close up shop to number 1, that's called selling the automated business that you have. We're going to sell it at a very high dollar amount, only to move that money into our retirement. We're going to get rid of those properties, if you want to, only to move it into our retirement accounts. Or you could keep those properties and pass them down through trust and all this other stuff and whatnot. Most kids don't want your business, so I'm always going to recommend to sell the business. You should have an exit plan. Chances are of you guys building a Fortune 500 is going to be slim to none. So this is why I'm advising you guys to have an exit plan. If you don't plan to build a Fortune 500 company that's going to be around forever, then you should have an exit plan to cash out. Any other way, you're just being greedy, or you just really like to work for the rest of your life. But when you cash out of that bad boy, all of the assets that you could build of that cash out that you just did right there, in order to save yourself from the I to R to S, will create the wealth for your family for the rest of your life. But it all starts with number 1. See, most people try to teach you guys 2 and 3, and you don't have the flow, the cash flow coming in to invest properly into the 2 and 3. And again, if real estate is something that you truly want to do, create the business around real estate so you're back to number 1. But even then, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a fix and flipper, you're still going to have to invest that money, or else you're going to pay taxes. And you cannot get ahead if the I, the R, and the S is constantly eating away 40% of your money. It's damn near impossible. Unless you smarten up. And all of us have the opportunity to do it if you just listen to those 3 ways. Now, you could take the information that I share with you guys tonight and you go find an expert in one of those 3 ways. I'm an expert in government contracting, consulting, sales, and marketing. That's what I do. I can build apps. That's what I do. Tech stuff. This is what I do. I'm not your expert when it comes to investing. Do I know how to invest? Absolutely. But I didn't go to school for none of that stuff. Hell, I talk back to my people who went to school with it right now. But I'm not taking on that charge, because there's another way to get rich in America too. I know I told y'all those 3 ways, but there is a 4th way that I do not talk about, because I look beneath those type of individuals that do this. And it's here in America that this can happen. And this is what I want you guys to protect yourself from, especially as we build out number 1. is suing. I mean, for some reason, people in America are so damn lazy, they just want to sue for everything. So you got to keep your head on a constant swivel because there's somebody out there. There's a clown out there. There's a clown sitting on my live right now trying to figure out how to sue me. Right? But my stuff, we tight. But the moral is you got to watch out for that because it's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's going to present itself. And you got to be ready so it don't crumble everything that you're creating, the 1, the 2, and the 3. But we don't have to worry, honestly, about the whole suing thing until you start making money. Don't nobody want to come after you if you ain't making no money. That's why I hear all the people talk about the stuff, but until you start making that $1 million, don't nobody want none of your money. When you hit the million, they coming. Hey, ass is coming. But we going to be prepared for that. Why? Because we got the finances. If we got the finances, if we got the cash flow in business, we can solve problems. The reason we can solve problems when we got the cash flow in business is because we can pay smart people to do smart things. And you're not smart in law, so stop trying to be smart in law. You're not smart in accounting, stop trying to be smart in accounting. You ain't never been good at filing taxes, stop trying to file your own taxes. Stop trying to look for the loophole of the person that's going to only charge you $100 to do your taxes. You want to be a millionaire and you trying to only pay somebody $100 to do taxes. That don't make sense to me. You don't want to pay the accountant their full price to run your books and operate your business. That don't make sense to me. Instead, you should figure out how much does it cost for these individuals and you should go make that money. You said you wanted to build the business. Businesses cost money to operate. The only way that you're going to keep your business open is you charge the operation and expenses to your customers. That's how business works. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. When my price of business goes up, my charge to the customer goes up. It's just that simple. Somebody's got to eat the fees or else I don't keep my doors open. So yes, everybody, you're going to charge people more than it costs you to obtain products or services. This is how it works. It's called capitalism. If you don't believe in capitalism, well, you shouldn't start your business. If you don't believe in capitalism, well, you shouldn't wake up in America. Because America is built off capitalism. So let's capitalize. And if you do my strategies, the 1, the 2, and the 3, you will capitalize at elite levels. And by the way, I left off something else too that maybe somebody will be listening to or throw out there. Guys, when you get out there and you invest in these properties, this real estate, when you have these stocks and you own these businesses, because you are owner of the business when you own stocks, what you should really be doing is never, ever, ever touching any of that money. Instead, you should take out loans. Not just any type of loan. Okay. See, them people that be telling you just take out random loans or anything. No, we take out loans on the asset. So we refinance the properties. We take out loans against the stocks. But we only take out loans that the assets can pay back. So now when the assets make the money, we pay back the loan and we take the loan money and we live off of. We go buy more assets. We take our kids to Disney World. We go on trips 3, 4, 5 times a year. We do that with loan money. The reason that we're doing this with loan money is because I don't have to pay taxes on loans. Now, we talk about how the rich people don't pay taxes. Instead of complaining about it, just understand how we can do it too. I just showed you how you do it too. It is a process. You can get there. But it starts with making more money faster. Once you make more money faster, the whole ecosystem opens up. And the goal is to pull out them loans that the assets will pay back. And you don't live above the assets. If you want to live that type of life, get more assets. But you never live above the assets, so the assets can always pay back the loans, and now you're never paying taxes. But in the beginning, for these first 10 years of your life, you're going to be paying some taxes. Don't think that you're about to just run away from these taxes, man. You're going to pay these taxes. It's a process to this stuff. I just told y'all the whole ecosystem. But again, we got to start with number one. Number one comes two. Two comes three. I'm not even ultimately done yet. I'm still out here producing, so I don't want to make y'all think that I got it all figured. Well, I mean, I got the ecosystem figured out. I just ain't hit the marker yet where I'm ready to stop. So instead, I got to keep generating more revenue to the ecosystem so I can keep buying more property and I can keep getting more stocks and cryptocurrencies. Eventually, I'm going to get to my number that I could sell off, number one, and then I could just live in number two and, play around with those with refinancing and selling that off. And I'll be 1,000% dedicated to real estate and stocks. And now I'm living a passive lifestyle. And you could do it too. Drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you guys picked up anything that I put down tonight. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry for the late start. My 30-day challenge class, we went a little bit over. Make sure that you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. If you guys got any questions for me, feel free to go ahead and drop those down there in the comments as well. Don't forget, too, we are here live Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. And as I was just sitting here talking about the 3 strategies, I may actually change my live segments up to those 3 strategies where, I kind of technically already do it, but maybe Tuesdays we'll talk investing. Wednesdays we'll talk, no, I don't want to bring real estate in the conversation. Never mind, scratch all that. But anyways, we'll keep the strategy going. See, look, my mind's always racing, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Victor, what's going on, brother? I appreciate you being here today. I appreciate you, my brother. Who else do we got here? Make sure I didn't miss anybody. The love, Gavin, what's happening with you? Tanya, what's going on? Nadir, what's happening with you, my brother? I appreciate you. Hey, man, Nadir, you've been doing an amazing job too, my brother. I've been meaning to tell you that on the Clubhouse, man. You've been running the Clubhouse room. Amazing. Not only that, I ain't just been looking at your Clubhouse, and it ain't often that Instagram does this, but damn, they've been popping you up on my feed a lot. So I see you creating the content too and putting it out there, my brother. Shout outs to you for doing that as well, man. Again, keep doing what you're doing. You're making things happen. Don't stop the momentum. Success and speed goes together, whether y'all know it or not. Y'all know success, that whole number one thing that I was talking about in the beginning, automating your business, is just you repeating the same steps over and over again until it becomes successful. Like, that's all we're doing. Business is so simple if you guys realize that. Like, it's not the product, it's not the service. It's, can you create a system that can be repeated over and over again, and then you sell it. And during the sales cycles, can you repeat a sales cycle step that you can repeat over and over again and sell it? It's so simple, but we make it so complicated. But I just had to give you that shout out, man. Again, you're doing an amazing job. Let me see. Now we're about to get out of here, but before I get out of here, man, look, hold on. Before I get out of here, we got to take a look at this crypto thing real quick, man. I've been lacking on this on my shows, showing y'all this crypto life. But I think it's important that we learn about it. And if you got a couple coins, it's hard to say when to get in it, man. I wish I knew all y'all years ago when I was trying to tell people years ago and they ain't listen to me to get in it. But whatever, it is what it is. So let's take a look at TradingView here. Can you tap on Bitcoin? Yeah, that's what I'm about to look into. All right, so the key to all of this, and this is going to play into investing, that third bucket that I was telling you guys about. It's important to not chase opportunity and money. And right now, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, it's the chase. Definitely because it's at the highest right now, and everybody's talking about it, and it's just not a good time to get in it. But instead, what you guys need to get in the habit doing is learning how to chart. And trust me, the same way Bitcoin, presented itself way back in the day and gave everybody an opportunity to get in, something else is going to come up. And the same way that we treated this Bitcoin, we're going to do the exact same thing with that next opportunity. And that's what I need you guys to get your mindset in. So if I simply learn investing, when the right opportunity presents itself, I'll be ready. I'm telling you now, for Bitcoin, I don't know about other coins, but for Bitcoin, the opportunity ain't right now. We can learn about it, but we need this thing to go down. It's way too high. Unless you got some disposable income that you could put into it, then I would say that. But anyways, so what I use is this app called TradingView right here. I haven't been on it in a while. I use another thing too that my actual money is on, but I don't want to pull that up. In TradingView, where is their chart? See on super charts. Oh, okay, that's what they call it now, super charts. All right, so I like to do very simple investing. All right. How many of you guys know what a trend line is? Put a me in the chat if you know what a trend line is. Put a no in the chat if you don't know what a trend line is. Okay. Now, a trend line, as you guys can see, is just a straight line, or it could go in an angle or whatnot. But usually, it's just a line that's proving something. It's proving that this is the trend. All right. Well, the deeper you get into this, the more you'll see that, okay, a trend line, I need to prove that it's going on this trend based off the amount of wick touches that I can get. So if I was to just lay this trend line down real quick here, I would see that I have, and when I say wick touches, let me scroll in here. You see these little lines right here? That's called a wick. And what it's saying is that price came to this point, but it couldn't hold right there. But this was like the lowest that it got to. And then it stabilized itself around 51,000 to 54,000. And the max that it got to within this candle was around 55,000. And it couldn't hold right there. It held right in this. Now, when I say hold, I'm talking about each candle. Each candle right here is based off your view. So if I go here and I look at 5 days, well, every candle that's made is a 5-day view. If I look on 6 months, every candle is 6 months. And as you can see, the trend line may change based off the time frame that I'm looking at. If you look at something on a 1-day view, well, your results are probably going to be crazy because price moves so fast in 1 day. I only look at 1-day views to find when I'm going to enter. And the only time that I know when to enter is by looking at like my 1-year view or my 6-month view. And I'm saying, okay, price is approaching my trend line. Let me go look down on the 1-day view so I can get in right at the right time. And I don't believe in setting up triggers and all of that stuff. I ain't about to show nobody, show these systems what I'm planning to look at so they can wipe out my money. That ain't about to happen. But some people set up triggers. Just ain't my cup of tea. Now, I don't know what chart I was looking at when I built that trend line, but as you guys can see, it's some adjusting that I would have to do because it don't quite work no more. Now, what I really like to do with a trend line is there's something called support and resistance. How many of you guys know what support and resistance is? Put a me in the chat if you know what support and resistance is. Put a no in the chat if you don't know what support and resistance is. Now, while you guys do that, I want to show you guys one more thing about a trend line. A trend line ain't just for the wins. I told you it's about the wick touches. So like if I set it right here, as you can see, there's stuff above this trend line and it's below this trend line. All I'm saying is price is going along this trend. So you can know, well, look, if we above this trend, well, it got to come back and meet this trend line at some point. So if you were a trader, you could say, okay, well, it should come back and meet this line right here. So I should probably get out. And then it could come back down here where we're about to get to support and resistance. So support and resistance goes along with the trend line. And I'm about to show you guys. All right, so let's see. All right, some of you guys don't know what support and resistance is. So hopefully I showed you guys what a trend line is. So now we're going to talk support and resistance. And if you do these two together, I'm telling you, you can master the art of investing and trading in any industry. I don't care what industry it is. Again, this is why I'm just so good at this stuff. It's because I remove the emotions of what people say. I remove the ignorance of media that's trying to create all of this imagery in my mind. And I just look at the data. The data don't lie. It is what it is. So support and resistance. Support and resistance is saying, hey, let me draw it because I could probably explain it better. Now, remember, wick touches. I'm talking wick touches again. And you can make these charts on anything in the stock market. I'm just looking at Bitcoin right now. But every single stock is the exact same way. Every piece of gold is the exact same way. Every currency, Forex, is the exact same way. None of it changes. So when people say Forex is a scam, it depends on which ignorant person you're listening to. Is the education of Forex a scam? No. Is the person telling you that they're making millions of dollars trading Forex a scam? Yeah, they probably are. But the tool Forex, like the industry, no. But if you learn how to chart, you can enter any market. So we learned trend line. Now we're about to learn support and resistance. If you know these two, you can do some damage. The same way I look for the most wick touches, I'm doing the exact same thing when it comes going straight across. I want to see where did the most wicks touch. Now, it's going to be a little more difficult because Bitcoin is kind of new, but we could do the exact same stuff on, stocks. But I'll show you here in Bitcoin. So I'm looking right here. Boom, we place a line right there. I take another one. I'm looking right here. And I'm looking at wicks. It hit multiple times right here. I'm going to take another one. Put it here. See another one right here. Now, I could put one right here too, but that'll be enough. Now, as you guys can see, my trend line and my support and resistance, they kind of work with each other. So now, support and resistance is like this. These candles and these wicks are saying, hey, I got above this line. When it got above here, this line now became support. And as you can see, based off all the wick touches on the line, price came up over here. It came back down and it said, hey, I can't go below it. Now, again, as you zoom in, you may got to move it down to like right here, right? Yeah, about right there. So prices say I can't go below it, but I can go above it. I kept hitting right here and the door wouldn't open up. So it's supporting price right there around 36,000. And we spent from November the 9th to November the 20th, December the 1st, before price finally said, look, the door ain't opening to support no more to go down, so we got to go up. Now it went up and it broke through a point, but again, it created a new support, which now becomes resistance. So this is no longer our support anymore. This becomes our support, and we could eliminate this line right here. And this is now our resistance. So when it comes to trading or when it comes to entering a stock at the right price, you look at support and resistance. If you do your charting and you see that price is sitting right here in the middle, well, chances are you shouldn't buy in yet. You should wait for it to come back down to support and then buy some of it. Because it could come back to its next support and make this resistance again. But here's the kicker. If you buy some right here, when it comes down here, you buy some more of it. And if it comes down here again, you buy some more of it again. And what will happen is, since you kept buying every month, so you buy into this just like your 401k, this is exactly what they're doing, whether you guys know it or not. They're creating wealth with your money because of your lack of financial ignorance, right? So all of a sudden, if you invest in this every month, you get to capture the movement of the money. So now as I come down here, and if price got back down here, instead of me only being able to buy 50 shares of it here, I now get to buy 150 shares of it at the same price. When it comes back up to here, I've tripled my money because I kept buying in. But I stayed disciplined and I only bought in when price hit support and I sold at resistance. That's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't have to sell at every support and resistance. If you do your charting out like I've done previously on Bitcoin, I'm actually surprised that my old charts ain't here. Hold on. Let me see something. BTC. Oh, there go my old charts. Oh, look at that. So y'all know I'm not capping in my rap. This is my old charts. This is my ecosystem and my money right here. I've been following this since day one. I haven't changed not a thing in my strategy. But I started all the way back in the day when people thought it was a joke, when they thought I was stupid talking about this money right here. But as you guys can see, it's doing the same thing it did previously. I drew this stuff up a long time ago. Price is just entering the market of this $60,000, $70,000 range again. So if I come right here, let me just come look at previous right now, what's going on. Just me looking at my charts from previous. Crypto hit a new peak that we've never seen before. But if I zoom in here, I'm pretty sure it went along my strategies. Look. I already had these support and resistance lines drawn out. I didn't just do it. Look how the wick went through it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When you understand the game of the financial market, it just happens like that. And as you guys can see, it kept hitting resistance. It hit it multiple times. It resisted. Now it's above resistance, and it hasn't confirmed that it can stay above here and make this support yet. So this is why I'm telling you guys not to buy Bitcoin right now, because it hasn't created this to be resistance. Support. As of right now, it's still resistance at that $70,000 range. But you see this wick right here? This wick, it came and touched and said, hey man, we can't go through there. The door ain't open. I got to wait a couple more days. Each candle is a day. So I got to wait a couple more days to see what happens right here, because it could come back down here. But if it keeps right here, what's going to happen is we're going to create a new marker for where Bitcoin is going. And you may be asking, well, what's the window? Well, I'll look at my support and resistance. When I built this out, each one of these colors mean different time zones. How I flipped right here and told you different time zones, support and resistance got different time zones too. I got to open up my ledger. I can't remember which each line was for, but usually the bigger the marker, the bigger the period. So if I look right here, I say, okay, well, based on the yellow, support and resistance went from 54,000 to 68,000. That is 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a $14,000 price gap. So mark my words. I'm going to mark this here. If I take this and I go up another $12,000 to $14,000, that'll take me from $70,000 to $82,000. So let me see if I can move this here. Okay, so 82,000 is where I want to be. This should be the next spot that I'm looking for Bitcoin to go into. If it gets there, it will confirm that this is now resistance and that this is my support. And as an investor, you now have to make a decision. Do I keep being greedy and see if it can go higher, or do I cash out? Now, what you should do is get rid of some of it right now and keep some to ride the wave. And if it breaks through this, then you still are in it. If it doesn't break through it and it comes back down, well, as an investor, I'm going to get in again when crypto gets back down to 53,000. And I'm going to ride the wave right on back up. And if it happens to go down some more, my next spot to get in is down here at 45,000, so on and so on. And then I just keep riding the wave back up. In the meantime, I got to move that money that I just sold my crypto on. Where do I move the money to? Real estate, or back into other stocks and options and cryptocurrencies or whatnot. But I'm going to have to pay taxes on the sale of it. Unless you inside your Roth IRA doing this. You got a self-directed Roth IRA where, I direct my own investments. I don't need any broker to do any investing for me. I can do this for myself. I've outperformed every investor that tried to invest my money. All because I chart. Again, this ain't just Bitcoin. It should still have my where's my chart for my Tesla? Ain't that a blip? Hold on. See if I can find my Tesla chart. That's the other thing too. When I was charting some of this stuff, what about Amazon? Is my Amazon on there? So right now I use another platform to do my charting, where my money resides. And then I ain't got to keep paying for these ads and stuff to stop popping up. Man, I am mad. What about oil? Is my oil still up there? No, let me see. Crude. Which one is it? I think maybe this one. Is this my chart stuff down here? Man, they deleted all my charts. I was lucky to find that Bitcoin one, huh? Let me see if my Ethereum one is still up here. Dang. All right, my Ethereum is still up here. And y'all see, I was getting really freaky with my trend lines. And again, trend lines go with support and resistance. Usually if it's squeezing the trend line and is near support and resistance, it's going to bust out of it. Pause. Cam and them got us with all that pause stuff. But look, as y'all can see, we got resistance or support. We got resistance. It came down, broke through there. Where are we at in today's time? Let's see what Ethereum is doing today. All right, so you can see Ethereum, we actually got some room for it to get back up here to this 48 window. Now, you can see that it broke through its old resistance. So now, since it's above there, we're seeing that we now have some support. We're looking at this to be support. So naturally, we're not looking for Ethereum to come down below this 3,600 price range. And crypto moves so fast, so I usually like to make these two windows right here. I would say from 3,600 to 3,550. So that's $1,000 price gap, that I'm looking for if Ethereum was to come back down. But right now, I wouldn't buy in. I would be patient, and since I missed it, I missed it. This is why you create alerts. Alerts let you know, okay, you need to start monitoring this and paying attention. For instance, an alert went off like right here. So it's telling me, hey, Travis, you should probably start paying attention to this. And we got 3 days to make a decision. Because this was, again, resistance. But in order to really understand when it's going to break out, I got to look and I got to see, to me, in my theory, did it hit this 3 times? If it hit this 3 times, it's usually ready to break through. So look, we go 1, 2, 3 to the sky. And that's how I do. So now I'm not getting back in it again until I get another 1, 2, 3 hit. I need a 1, 2, 3 combo. The beauty about investing is you go, okay, well, I'm going to pause on Ethereum. I'm going to pause on Bitcoin, and I'm going to go over here into the other stuff that I know about, like and love. And I'm going to see what's going on with them. And one of these will present itself to give you an opportunity to invest in. And then and only then do you buy the trigger. Any other way, you're blindly investing, and chances are you're investing in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin when it's at its peak. And you really shouldn't be in it. You're in Ethereum in a gray area where you shouldn't be in it right now. Mapping this stuff out is how you create your wealth. If you don't do it this way, you struggle. It just is what it is. All right, guys. I know I just went on a tangent there about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, but I had to take a look for myself. The kid is almost a crypto millionaire. If that Bitcoin, well, I don't even want to say Bitcoin. I got a bunch of other coins, but the minute that my wallet right here, and I always joke about this, that I don't mind sharing. We got, see that? So we got 135,000 in money that the government is tracking. You know what I'm saying? They can see that buddy right there. I don't mind that. But I got another almost 750,000 on, well, it will be 750,000. The minute that this hit 200,000, that'll be worth 750,000. And technically I'll be a crypto millionaire. And I don't mind talking about it because the government can never find this money. I don't care. I don't care what I say. And I don't care what they do. There's nothing that they can do to get this money. Because I got into cryptocurrency early in the game. And, I could just be blowing smoke. So, good luck. It's called a cold wallet. Even if you touch a cold wallet today, the government's tracking your cryptocurrency purchases. It just is what it is in today's time. But when I was talking about this and people thought I was a loser, yeah, if you would have got in those times before the government got involved with it, they scrambling. They don't know how to track this stuff. Well, they know how to track now transactions, just not the earlier ones. But that's neither here nor there, guys. Again, hopefully I taught you guys something today. A few days ago, I heard you mention the 30-day challenge is too late to join. Yes, it is. The 30-day challenge is too late to join in. We'll have another one coming up soon. Just stay updated, and I'll let you know when that comes out. Can you also tap on options? It's the same thing. Options don't work if you don't chart. And I'm telling y'all right now, most of your options traders and whatnot, they not. Listen, guys, let me show y'all something. Let me hold on. I ain't trying to blow nobody's bubble or not. Let's see if Google Gemini. Let's see what Google Gemini say. Google Gemini. If y'all don't know about Google Gemini, that's Google's AI to Chat GPT. All right, so let me come over here to Google Gemini real quick. How many option traders make over 100,000 a year? It's impossible to determine the exact number. See, that's where it'd be better. Somebody wrote an article. What percentage of option traders make more than 100K? That's not what I want. Are profitable. Well, I don't know what everybody's definition of profitable is, but 11% of traders are profitable. 89% of traders are in a loss. I'm showing you guys this for a reason. Matter of fact, let me zoom in. Maybe y'all didn't see it. What percentage of option traders are profitable? 11% of traders are profitable. 89% of traders are in a loss. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because chances are the person who's introducing you to option tradings is in a loss. And I'm not telling you that not to go learn about options. I just don't want you to think that you're about to create wealth through options. Instead, I told you start with number one before you get to here. Because this is going to burn through your money and they're not going to give it back. The market is a nasty place. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the market don't care. Money has no emotions. It's either going to make money or it's going to lose money. That's the only thing money can do. It can either make money or lose money, but it don't care how it do it. But what I'm trying to advise you is that most of your traders don't make money and they're giving you the false perception that they're making tons of money. Instead, they're making money off the courses that they sell, which I have absolutely no problem with people selling the courses. They're just lying to you about the actual money that they make on the market. If they just say, hey, this is an educational course to teach you about some stuff, but I'm not going to promise you to be a millionaire through trading, I like that. But the people that are making you guys think that you can trade your way to wealth, they're liars. Now, what ends up happening is if I take $500,000 and put it into the market and it goes up 3% and I cash out, I like them returns. We can start making tons of money when you got a lot of money to invest, because as it goes up just a few percentage, we can cash out and get back in. But when you put $5,000 in and you try to get $50,000 back, well, now you're saying unrealistic returns. $5,000 to $50,000 is just, what is that, a 500% return, 5,000% return? It's impossible. But people say they can do it every day. I just laugh at it. So what I want to show you is that most of those traders don't make money. Instead, what you should be learning how to do is chart just like I showed you. And if you wanted to get into trading, the charting will teach you about it. It will teach you when to enter for options. Because what's going to happen right here, if I go look back at my trading view, if we were looking at something for options, right? I could come here, get back to my old one, and I could say, okay, Bitcoin is right here. I want to put, a put or whatever, sell it off, because I'm projecting it to come back down to here. Like it hit its highest. I'm now making a bet that it should get back down to here. How long do I need to make that out for? Well, look, each candle took a day. So you can get an idea of how many days it should take to get back down to here if you looked at how many days it took to get to the next support and resistance. It'll start teaching you options trading. And now you don't have to go off of some blind ignorance of people telling you this is the best one to get into. Hell no. You need to chart and find out when is the best time to get into things. And again, it will make more sense. And then you will understand buying and holding as well. Because trading is not always the good thing to do. Why is trading not the good thing to do? I told you guys, number 3 is your retirement account, not a trading account. I said a retirement account for a reason. Because every time you trade this bad boy, we got to pay taxes. So if you're sitting up here trading all day, unless you become a full-time trader, you're going to have a hell of a hefty tax bill if you're making money. And you don't know how to move the money, you should just not trade it. But if we buy and hold, and maybe we're getting dividends, or if you hold stock long enough, you now don't have that high tax hit. But that's not a trader. You're just investing in the stock. So to make those smart decisions, you got to chart. And things like, Amazon or Google that's getting to new heights, you now got to calculate and say, okay, well, based off this support and resistance, it is a $5,000 gap. So since it got to a new height, I should be looking at the next $5,000 gap. If it gets there, great. That's where we predicted it to get to. If it doesn't, I cash back out down here at its support. Gold is all the same thing. I said, what about gold? It's all the same thing. It don't matter. Gold has a chart. Oil, it has a chart. Again, you can't listen to the internet. The internet don't know what the hell it's talking about. Government tells you what's going on. So if I come right here to gold, again, it has a chart. If I'm correct, gold been in a crazy run. It's at crazy heights. Now, one thing about this too, when you look on these charts, you got to make sure you're looking at what gold is being compared by on the right market. So that's what I'm looking at right here on this right-hand side. So I need to look at the gold on the stock exchange market because that's usually where we're at. No, that's a gold corporation. Man, I forget what is the matter of fact, I need to come over here. That's why. What are we at? I think it's a future. And you can look at it on Forex too, or I guess Forex is looking on futures. All right. I haven't traded gold in a long time. I did that when I was doing Forex, so I forget the symbols. But it's the same thing. You do your charts. Yeah, GC1, cool. You do your charts. You do your support and resistance. You get your trend line going. You just mark it out. But they all give off wicks the exact same way. You look for your wick touches. And as you guys can see, it'll line up and give you these support and resistance windows. Nothing's different. Every single market is the same way. That's why I stopped when somebody said the options trading. Screw the options trading. You got to figure out how to chart. Charting will tell you whatever it is that you want to do next. Buy, hold, option, trading, whatever. But without these charts, chances are you're going to lose money. Cool. All right, guys. Didn't mean to go down this tangent of trading. Hopefully YouTube don't ping me on talking about trading when I'm supposed to be only talking about government contracting. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Did you guys learn anything today? Like, I know I usually say fire emoji, but did you guys learn something today? Matter of fact, what did you learn? What was something that you learned about today? Put that in the chat if it was something that intrigued you to learn about today from all the stuff that I was talking. And if you just jumped on here, you may want to go back and watch this replay. I think it was tons of valuable information. This is our Dollars to Cents podcast. I actually have a bunch of other videos on my YouTube under the Dollars to Cents podcast. Is talking more to mindset and business. I told you guys, my goal of this Dollars to Cents podcast is, to help you guys not get taken advantage of. I've been scammed well over $100,000, and thank God that the man upstairs is giving me the power to get over it. But I had to go through that to teach you guys so you don't have to go through it. And this stuff comes second nature to me, right? I've been doing all this stuff for a while. You can go back on my YouTube channel. My very first videos was talking about trading. So if you guys want to learn how to chart for real, go back to my first couple of videos. I didn't delete them. I go through master courses of how to chart right here on my YouTube videos. You just got to scroll back. Don't go to the live segment. I believe I posted them. So go to the actual posted videos and scroll back. They all sitting right there. The method didn't change, as you guys can see. It's all the same thing. You'll probably see some crazy charts and realize like, oh my goodness, that chart was true. Now I'll show you guys what my charts have turned into. And maybe I'll talk about this one day. I've often mentioned for you guys to get this M1 account, but since I don't have as much time to look at charts and stuff anymore, instead what I end up doing is I got all of these pies. Let's see if I can change one of these pies right here. So I actually just sold a lot out of this pie right here, but it's this app called M1, right? And I got multiple accounts, but as you guys can see, what does that say? I'm up 60% in that account. So I just sold off a lot of these stocks yesterday, as a matter of fact, to reposition some things because Tesla been tripping and whatnot. So I had to offload a lot of him, and I put more into NVIDIA and whatnot. But I'm up 62%. And that was that $80,000 that I had in that account that got up to 62%. Like, these are the things that you can start to do when you got more money. So again, that was just one of the accounts. Like, let me see if I can show. And I want to show you guys, like, it's not that I'm doing something fast to make money. I'm doing things legit. I just learned how to make money faster and then put it to work. You can become rich. You can either do it slow or you could do it fast. But all of us have the opportunity to do it fast. And once you get the money, just let the money go to work. So this is like, what that's another account. Is it coming through there? So that's another account. This just we just cashed out of the trades. Now we about to move this money over into something else. And it's because of charts. Creating a passive income that now I can make money at the click of buttons on the palm of my hand. Because this dollar money ain't real. None of it's real. Bitcoin ain't real. $100 bill, it ain't real. It used to be real when it was backed by gold. But look, USD. debt number. The U.S. is $34 trillion in debt. How can you tell me money is real? The system that prints the money and cut it is $34 trillion in the hole, and you telling me that $100 is real? What is it being backed by? Emotions. So, instead of saying that Bitcoin ain't real, crypto ain't real, just realize everything is real. The TV in your house is a form of currency. A liquor bottle is a form of currency. This Bitcoin is a form of currency. So it makes it real as long as somebody else believes it. As long as you believe that that Hennessy bottle is for $80, you'll pay $80 for it. And we told you that $80 equals 420s. Right? Like, this stuff is just so simple, but we put our emotions behind it. So I want you guys to focus on making more money faster so we can invest this thing smart and create this wealth for ourselves. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I appreciate you all. We'll be back here tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Don't forget, share this channel out with another person so they can find out about it. We're continuing to grow, and we're only growing with the support of each and every one of you guys. So I do truly appreciate it. Don't forget, you can find me on YouTube, Official Travis Davis. If you are on YouTube, you can click the link if you are on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio, click on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to come over here. We have tons and tons of information sitting on the YouTube that you can learn so much more about. Once you find one of them videos, again, make sure you like it, comment on it, and then share that video. That video that hit a point, share that out with somebody else so they can pick up the same nugget that you got. Again, I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'll see you here tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Have a great day. We're talking government contracting tomorrow too, FYI. Maybe we'll do government contracting in cryptocurrency. I think that's it. Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about government contracting and cryptocurrency so y'all can realize that the government is here. I'll show y'all tomorrow, 8:30.